So. The cup is soon starting. Grand loop. Got a lot more prize money now. But the prize money is still only for the top 3. Which is like a bit the annoying thing. Because there's a high chance that I'm around position 4-5 in the end. And then any more prize money, there might even come more. But any more prize money is obviously not really bringing anything to the players that are not top 3. Keith actually trained all the maps. I saw him on all the locals. So yeah, there's big prize money, so he obviously tries hard. Loops called you a gamer. Nice. Yeah. It's a very weird time for Europeans. It's 4 AM. I stayed awake until now. Of course, I'm a bit tired already. Yeah, but as I said, like, it's not really helpful, more prize money, if it's still only for the top 3. Because you would expect, now that Heath is also here and Molle is here, they should be both ahead, and then it's a battle for 3rd, but they are also, like, depending on who's on the server, but yeah, Jayton is obviously here, so this is like one issue. Naja, we will see. Anyway, have not really practiced the maps today, apart from the last hour where I played every track for like 3 to 4 minutes to warm up a little bit. But yeah, the main and only training was yesterday when I discovered all the maps and played them also a bit longer. Do we have a warm-up on each track and then we go live? And it's cup mode with finalist. 7,000 points, as much as I know. And finalist mode means of course a lot is possible, but reaching finalist mode is gonna be difficult. Like, that's gonna be a tough thing to get into the finalist. Here we go, first round. Okay, that's nice. Toto is of course also there, yeah. That's weird, this bug. As if nobody is on the server, no? You don't have the flags, you have always this buddy with a line. Super strange. The point system, 200, 180, 160, 140, 120, 100, so always 20 point gaps until top 6 and then 10 point gaps. And Heath made a mistake. That means, however, that Toto and Jadon are both in front of me. And Carter TM with a raid. Thanks a lot. I'm not sure how many rounds we do per map. 3. Okay. Oh, really? 7th? 0.89. Probably to save. Yeah, okay, the first 4 places are around my PB or faster. And then the problem is just that I'm so far away from my PB. And behind me is a 9/10 gap. Also you see also that there will be a big skill gap. Always around these positions. Utrecht seems to be not on the server. It is at least one opponent less, but Liquid is another opponent, okay. But there are 7/10 behind PB on such a map. Actually didn't really notice what was bad in that run. Felt like a decent one. Okay, 5th place. Just count. I think that I will see a second rotation. So I will come back to this track. Lando server's dying moment. Right here. Yeah. This next map. This one. Yeah, that's the big questioner. Do you go for the cut or not? To be honest, there are a bit too many players on the server here. The more players there are, the less attractive this cut is. But if we come back to this map in a second rotation, and we are still not through with finalists and so on, then this cut is of course interesting for finalist mode. So I kinda was actually hoping that we will see this map very early, because here anyone can win. That means also I can win against Molle, Heath and whoever I battle with. Oh, thank you, Loops. So what is my position? Gain or win? No. Whatever. And now I will go for it. Wow. I wanted to ask what my position gain or loss will be when I go safe way. Did the others also have it? Ah, no, they talk about something else. But it's a bit annoying because it would have been a good position. I would have had a good position in this round without that. And it could happen again, guys. I guess Feather on Spotify got a cut. Only the top 3, which is like the problem. The prize money is still increasing, but it is only for the top 3. So we need some finalist luck in the end. The problem is the people that are behind me that will not really help me in denying finalists. Only Sumi Ice on the ice maps I can see that, but otherwise anyone that is behind me is most likely not really a big help. That is a sick run that I had. A sick warm-up. Only 1/10 behind my PB. And this one would also be good. That's annoying. Was a slower round now. When others just got really good rounds. Behind me again like a 6/10 gap. So I could have driven much slower and I would have had the same points. It was this uphill turn where I had no exit speed. It's actually quite an important corner. Yeah, my horn is the Euronics horn. Oide doide doide doi. But it gets cut off very quickly. Okay, that was a crazy round, 0.5 and 0.7. Also my warm-ups were better. In the warm-up I drove 31.8 and the second warm-up run was also on a similar pace. In the live rounds I drove now 0.0 and then twice a 0.2. I put, like when you press your stick down, this is also a button. And I put my horn onto that. So whenever I'm nervous or on Neo slides or tech turns, it can happen more often. When I'm then more harsh to my sticks and I press them down, then I'm horning. So whenever you hear me horning, then I'm trying hard, you can say. It's like a good indicator, you know. When there's a pressure situation, then you will hear the horn. In the old Trackmania, I once had that problem that in a knockout, I had the menu button opening when I pressed that stick down. So the button, when you press the stick down, was automatically the menu opening. And in a pressure situation during the True Talent Cup, that actually happened. I pressed the stick down, suddenly the menu opened. And when I tried to click that menu away, I clicked on leave the server and was out. And the worst thing is that someone else in that same knockout round DNF'd, so I even would have survived with all that, but since I left the server, I also got knocked out. And that was the moment when I decided I have to put something onto this button which is not dangerous. Ah, that's so close. Will you play me? Probably not anymore. No time. What are my PC specs? There are some under my stream. I hope that are the correct ones. Lost one place. Was not a great round overall. Since we are exactly 5 to 6 good players on the server. Yeah, around 7. 7 good players on the server. The point system is a little bit annoying. 9! Fuck it. This is a guaranteed bad position now. I cannot even move. I cannot go backwards. What is this? Usually I'm not streaming at these times. I don't know if it's the router or if there's another reason. I was actually earlier wondering if I should restart everything, restart the router just to be safe that nothing bad happens. No way, I cannot even finish now. What the heck? How does it not register the checkpoint? So of course I was not able to. amazing. No. Also the key is of course for me consistency, but the consistency is of course out of the window in that moment when I get such rounds. Like now the top 3 are of course miles in front. Yeah, what I wanted to say before is, since we have 20-point gaps between first until 6th place, always 20-point gaps between the positions, these top 6 places, they matter quite a lot. Like, the first place is gaining 100 points to 6th place. Quite a lot. If you end up on the 6th place, and this is kind of my standard position, you're not gaining that many points to the others. I mean, in theory, yeah, we have actually quite some players on the server, so a good amount. As we just noticed, 34. So if someone of the other good players makes a bigger mistake by going risky and loses a lot of time and a lot of positions, then yeah, he could score lower, but since there is like a big skill gap or also map knowledge gap, it's very unlikely that they fall that far behind. So I saw that earlier Jadon or one of them, or Liquid, got 45 points in a round with finishing pretty late. And I was then gaining like 55 points, but I can lose way more to first and second places. So it's quite crucial to actually get into the front places as well. But the reality is that I expect to become very often like 4th and 5th and 6th. Also especially 5th. It's probably my standard position. Like you let basically 1 or 2 people from the other fast drivers crash. And with that I end up in 5th. But I'm not really making many good points with that. Speaking of that, by the way, I'm 5th. Yeah, but these small differences here, I got now 4th, but the 2nd place is really not that far away. But it's 40 points difference. And it's of course against Shadon, which is like the target here in this cup, no? Because this is what I expected. Heath and Molle will most likely be in 1st and 2nd. And then the battle is for position 3. That is the battle. And that is currently Jadon, also with quite a lead. So we have to get to him. We need to catch that. But he gains 40 more points. Important is also to be ahead of Liquid and Toto. So that I have people that can deny Jadon when he's finalist. But these people are not allowed to be far in front of me in points, because then at some point they get finalist as well, and then I have to deny myself. Ideally I'm ahead of them in points, but they can still help me with denying, so that I can catch up to Jadon. So still need to drive well, obviously. Only 8th. Was it really that bad? Oh, 5th. Our standard. Ah, but so close to 4th, man. In this 5th place, I was talking about it. Okay, now it gets funny. Since the save lines seem to be very slow, I will actually just drive the world record lines, and we will see what happens. How small is 7 seconds in front? Did he get both of them so good? What the heck? I wonder if that is just random that he got it so good now in the warm-up, or if that's actually consistent for him somehow. I mean, I'm actually happy with this round. I would take it. I would absolutely take it. That's really bad against the tree, no speed then. Was a lot more possible. Wow. 4th. Not far behind first. Man, why is Jadon actually scoring so consistently good? Ah. He gets the full 200, man. The full 200. He's sadly very consistent at the moment with his point scoring. While Molle and Heath here and there have a worse round. Heath on the previous map, Molle now here. Like, that doesn't really help, because the goal is top 3. That doesn't really help. Then they lose some points, because they are already too far.